into the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? Blue way. Double. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 yards and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Flip it. Hey, look 48. Hey, you don't like the 48 right there.
Now Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Easy.
To throw, Winston. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Caught right side at Snead. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Don't let it breathe. Don't let it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson being chased out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Switch it, switch it.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
12. And the Ravens 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. They set up the screen to Hill. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And 12 at the Bucs 38-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
It's a gain of
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, come with me. Ford is Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike 40.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike. Wait. Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, check Mike 45.
Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Winston. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Winston. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Wait. 40's mine. 40's that's it. You remember me. Let's go, baby. 40's the mine. Let's go.
First down, Winston. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, 53 yards. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How about the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
It's been a long day for you. 45 for Mike. Bag it. 45. Mike, 45. Bring it. Check.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That's right, baby. 45 to Mike. 45.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Following the interception, Winston looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Easy. 41 Mike, right here.
From the gun, Winston. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Winston, he sets to fire deep. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
41 Mike.
Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready. 60 out one. 45. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. They'll roll him out right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Here we go. Let's go. Check 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson will throw again, escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Caught right side. It's Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I got you, boy.
Jameis to throw it. That's caught out left by Perriman. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Let's go now. Go to base. Come on, man. Man left, man left. Hey. 45.
Jackson on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They toss to Ingram. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
45. Let's go, B. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Go. Check.
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
45. Mike, 45. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Being chased out left. And no, it's incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Winston now. He's got this one complete to Perriman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check my 40. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Whoa. Mike's 40.
Again, it's Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Matt Judon. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Easy. Hey, motion to the backfield. 48 to Mike. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, let's give it to Mercer.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Matt Judon. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's complete to Snead. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first, this one from 38. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
That block had all the earmarks of a special teams coach who's been working on this for a long time, but kept it in his pocket until he absolutely needed it. That looked like one of those ones that just said, crucial, have to have it, and called it.
So something maybe you don't use in the second quarter of a 20-point game, but here fourth quarter trying to seal it, you do.
No doubt. And those guys spend so much time on tape trying to find where the weak spots are, if they think there's one player that they can utilize to get through and get the block. In this case, he dialed it up.
Squeeze! I got you. I got you. 40's mine. I'm coming.
Now Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw-off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Matt Judon in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.